up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my May favorites. I cannot believe May is basically over with. If you guys did not know, my birthday was May 24th. Yes, I am a Gemini, so it's just crazy. I start summer classes this week. I move into my new apartment on Friday, which I will be vlogging for you guys, so you guys will get a moving vlog. So yeah, it's just crazy that this month is freaking over with. But I'm going to talk about my May beauty favorites with you guys, and I may throw in a random miscellaneous favorites if I have any. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump right into my favorites. I have one primer favorite of the month. This is the Wet n Wild Dewy Face Primer. I use this in my full face of Wet n Wild. I love this primer, you guys, and I'm just like, I don't know, I've never tried a primer for Wet n Wild before, but when I did that full face of Wet n Wild, I'm just like, let me try it. I'm pretty sure there's a matte one. It would make sense if there was a matte one because there's a dewy one, so did. But I was able to set my face and make my face look nice. It didn't overly do it with the dewiness. Like, I didn't look like I put like vegetable oil on my face or anything. Like, it was a very nice dewiness, just because lately my skin has been pretty dry. Well, with the increase in heat, my skin has gone back to combo oily. But with the recent colder months and all of that, and the weather changing and going back and forth, my skin was very dry. So this definitely helped with making my makeup look nice and not making it look cakey. So I definitely recommend this if you like dewy primers. If you have dry skin, you would definitely like this. It does come out white, but it doesn't alter the way your face looks or anything. So I definitely recommend it. It was very inexpensive. I mean, it's Wet n Wild, so I'd highly doubt you go out and get this. Next, I have 4 foundations for you guys. Yes, 4 foundations. So the first foundation is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. You guys, the hype was real. I know I am super late on this foundation. I said this in my video, but I finally got around to trying it. The hype is real. I love this foundation so much. I love the concealer as well, but I mentioned that in another favorites video, so I didn't want to mention it again. But I really do love this foundation. I have mine in the shade Espresso. So, and I really love like the little spatula, like you just paint it on your face. Like, it is awesome. I love it. Another newer foundation, this is the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation. Everyone was doing their videos on this. I love this foundation. I have mine in the shade 360 Mocha. If I really want like a okay beat face, like, yes honey, you're not going anywhere, this is the foundation that I would use. Maybelline does their thing with their foundations. I would definitely give them that. Maybelline Matte and Poreless, also my jam. I love it. That is one of my favorite foundations of all time. But I do highly recommend this. It has a pump, which I love me a pump on a foundation. The next foundation is an oldie but a goodie. This is the L'Oreal True Match. I used this in a few videos ago, and I'm just like, why did I stop using this foundation? I love it, you guys. I have mine in the shade C8 Cocoa, and I actually went to my Walmart and there is a ton more shades. So L'Oreal's actually doing their thing with the foundation shade range as well. Now the Pro Matte and the Pro Glow don't really have so many shades, but the L'Oreal True Match has a bunch of shades. So if they could expand the L'Oreal Pro Matte and Pro Glow shade and add the shades that they have for the True Match, then I feel like they would have a hit. But yeah, my last foundation favorite, this is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I have mine in the shade Chestnut. I just used this in a video. I used this today. I'm on a roll with the filming today, you guys, so you guys have seen this makeup look 2 videos ago. Like, you guys have seen all of this, but I am on a roll today with the filming, and I use this in my affordable makeup tutorial. So I love it. It is amazing. I love the way it makes my skin look. It doesn't make me cakey. It blends out very nicely. Like I said in that video, I haven't found a foundation, drugstore or high-end, that isn't orange on me. So I just make it work, make it do what it do. I'm not going to sit here and complain because I haven't found the perfect foundation yet. So there's that. But I love this foundation. If you guys seen my haul where I hauled this, I was very nervous about the color because I think Chestnut is the darkest color, and just looking at it, I'm just like, I don't think this is going to work for me, but it did. So it works. Shout out to you, Milani. You still need darker shades, but shout out to you. Next, I'm going to talk about concealers. So my first concealer favorite is my ColourPop and No Filter Concealer. You guys, if you don't have this concealer, you need it. I'm pretty sure it's $6. It could be $8. Either way, it is under $10. And they just expanded their shade range, so they added more shades. So I'm 99.9% sure that anyone can find their shade from the lightest of the light to the darkest of the dark. Oh my god, ColourPop needs to come out with foundations, because if they do, I feel like they would honestly kill it with the shade range, because their first launch of the concealers had a pretty decent amount of shades, and then they just expanded it. So if they can just take that and throw it into a foundation, I feel like we would have something. So ColourPop, if you hear me, please come out with a really dope foundation, because I would jump on that bandwagon. ColourPop has been doing their thing, you guys. Like, I've been buying ColourPop since they first launched with the normal Super Shock shadows and all of that. So I've been a ColourPop fan for a while now, and I can guarantee you guys that they are doing it. So do not sleep on ColourPop because they're cheap, because trust me when I tell you, they are bomb. My last concealer favorite, this is the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer. I started using this because of Juicy Jazz here on YouTube. This is one of her favorite concealers, so I went out and bought it. And I love it. The coverage is nice. It doesn't, you know, crease on me. The only thing is, it smells like, I don't know. I don't know what it smells like, but it just, like, the smell is kind of like, it goes away. But when you're applying it, you're like, okay. I got mine in the shade Deep Cool. But I love it. It's amazing stuff. Next, we're going to talk about powders. You guys already know what's coming. This is my e.l.f. sheer powder. I use this to set under my eyes and anywhere that I put concealer to highlight. You guys already knew that was coming. You guys already know that I love that, so I'm not even going to talk about it too much because you guys already know. But the next powder that I have is pretty... I've had it for a couple of months and I've been using it and I love it. This is the Makeup Forever Pro Finish Powder. I have mine in the shade 178. And you guys, I love this powder. I think it's more of like a powder foundation type of thing. So if you aren't looking for extra coverage, I do not recommend that powder because it is going to give you extra coverage, but it is going to keep you matte throughout the day. So I guess it just kind of depends on what you're looking for, but I really like it. It doesn't mess with the color of my foundation. It doesn't make me look cakey. It doesn't move anything around. So I really highly recommend that product if you don't mind extra coverage. If you do not want extra coverage on top of your foundation, then that is not the powder for you. Okay, I'm going to go into eyeshadow palettes because I only have two and they're basically the same thing, just different shades. These are the Huda Beauty Obsessions palette. I have the Mauve Obsessions palette, and that is what that looks like. And I also have the Warm Obsessions palette, and that's what that one looks like. And I know there's a Coral Obsessions palette, there's a colorful one, and I do want to get the what is it called, the revamped Rose Gold palette, because I wanted it from the beginning and I was going back and forth with getting it and I never got it. So I guess she redid the formula or something, so I think I want to go ahead and get it and I will do looks with it for you guys. So I'm kind of excited. But yeah, I love these eyeshadow palettes. They're very cheap. If you don't know, her normal eyeshadow palettes are like $60. These were only, I want to say, like $21, $22. And they're amazing. I love them. You get her same formula. Like, you get this like foiled shade, you get the mattes. Like, they're amazing. I highly recommend these. These are really good for traveling. You get a bunch of colors to work with. You get a bunch of textures. So I definitely highly recommend these. They're small, they're compact, they're cheaper than her normal palette. So if you don't want to spend the money for her normal palette, I would highly recommend these. Okay, so we have one blush favorite. This is the ColourPop blush, and y'all already know about this blush because I've talked about it before, and you guys already know that I cannot get this out of this little thing to tell you guys the shade name. And it's not that I can't get it out, I'm just really terrified because I'm scared that I'm gonna break it, because with the next product you'll see what I'm talking about on how shitty my luck is and why I'm just refusing to take this out of the pan. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the name of this blush is Glass Slipper. I'm like 95%, yeah, I'm 95% sure that this shade is Glass Slipper, but you guys have heard me talk about this a million times. I love it. ColourPop, again, doing a thing. The last few favorites I have are highlighters. So again, y'all remember when so this is the Innuendo palette by ColourPop. Y'all, this is the type of stuff that happens to me. I literally just like took this palette out of my collection, opened it up, and this thing just came out, and I was so mad because I was literally telling myself that this was the highlighter that I was going to use today, and it just fell out. And like, nope, you're not using it today because it's all over the floor. But anyways, the other 5 highlighters, I love these highlighters. I have Morning After on today, as well as on my brow bone and in my inner corner. It is a little bit heavier, but if you were traveling, I do recommend it because you normally get 6, but I got 5. But you get 6 highlighters and you have an array of different colors. So if you're traveling, I would definitely recommend you take something like this with you because you have more than one color. So if you don't want to use the same color over and over again, you can just pick another color, which I have one less. My next highlighter favorite, this is the Makeup Forever Pro Fusion in the shade number 2. Y'all, hold on. Oh my god, I love this highlighter so much. Oh my god, this is like, that's all I can say. My last highlighter favorite, I feel like y'all knew this was coming. But y'all didn't know it was coming, but y'all knew it was coming. This is the IMOVIE and Anastasia Beverly Hills highlight. Y'all, Umbra did her mother bleeping thing. This highlighter, sweetie, this presentation, this packaging, like this mirror, like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to blind y'all. Why the hell would I do that? But like, you guys, like the ridges, like a lot of people were very skeptical because when someone comes out with a highlighter, or any product for that matter, and they're like, yeah, it's gonna work for every skin tone. As a darker skin person, you're like, probably not, pero like, I get where you're coming from. But this actually worked. Like, this worked on my skin tone. I've seen a lot of other darker individuals wear it. It worked on their skin tones. I've seen a lot of lighter people wear it, and it has worked on their skin tones. I've seen a lot of pale people wear it. It has worked on their skin tones. Like, IMOVIE and Anastasia did their thing with this highlighter. Like, I love it. I was very skeptical about buying it, but in my head I was like, if I buy it and it doesn't work for me in terms of like the color, then at least I'll have it. It'll kind of be like a collector's item, because I'm still kind of bummed I didn't get the eyeshadow palette IMOVIE made with Anastasia. That was a little bit before I was like into makeup, but I'm still kind of bummed that I didn't get that palette. But when this highlighter came out, I was like, I have to get it. I love IMOVIE. She like serves looks. I stand. Like, I love IMOVIE. Like, she be killing it. So I had to get the highlighter. In my head, I'm just like, if it doesn't work for me, it'll be a collector's item. I mean, there's a lot of things in my collection that I don't use, so I guess another product won't really kill me. So, but it worked. It really did work, and I love it. I highly recommend it. I hope they're still selling it. If they are, I think I'm gonna get myself like 1 or 2 backups, because y'all need it in y'all life. Like, I would never steer you wrong. I would never steer you wrong. Okay, you guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave, and I will see you guys in my next video.